Welcome to the South Paris Arena. It's day 8 of goalball at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. The day where dreams come true and history will be made. It's the gold medal match in the men's side of the competition between Ukraine and Japan. Neither of these teams have won a Paralympic medal until now, but who will claim the gold medal? It's an exciting match ahead. Two great teams of the competition so far.
I'm really excited for this one. Two sides that play really differently, so we'll see two very different versions of goalball strategy. Ukraine, more traditional setup. Japan, lots of movement, lots of fluidity on court. Should be a really good matchup, and we're guaranteed to have a new men's champion.
I'm delighted to welcome you along to the sport of goalball, unique to the Paralympic Games. It's one of two sports that doesn't have an Olympic equivalent. It's designed for athletes with a vision impairment. The route to the gold medal game for Ukraine and Japan. It was a brilliant semi-final between Brazil and Ukraine. And Japan, too much for People's Republic of China. Two teams competing in the gold medal match at the Paralympic Games for the very first time. All the players are required to wear patches and blackout eye shades to ensure a level playing field across the competition. And teams consist of 6 players, with 3 members playing at any one time. It's a simple game, goalball at heart. The aim is to try and throw a ball past your opponent and into the back of the net. It sounds simple, but a lot of hard work really goes into the game of goalball. Players use a variety of different throwing techniques to release the ball, including the 180 degrees turn, full rotation, and even some players throw the ball between their legs. We'll see a lot of players using that full rotation throw. Exciting match ahead. Ukraine, the current European champions, against Japan, who claimed gold at the IPSA World Games. And now a chance for the gold medal at the Paralympic Games here in Paris. It's a great atmosphere inside the South Paris Arena. High anticipation ahead of this men's gold medal game, but the crowd will fall silent once the game gets underway. It's just another unique aspect of goalball. The ball is a similar size to a basketball and has 2 bells inside with 8 holes around the ball so players can hear those bells. It weighs 1.25 kilograms. It's a heavy ball. It's a serious workout for the players.
5 minutes remaining until
Japan's squad includes Koji MIYAJIKI. 20 goals so far here in Paris.
I'm really interested what role MIYAJIKI is going to play. In the early matches, he very much used as a substitute, but in semi-final, he was starting on court, so it'll be interesting to see.
2 defeats in the first 2 games for Japan that have been brilliant ever since.
Now the starting lineup from Japan.
Ukraine, including Vasyl OLIINYK. 18 goals so far here in Paris. 5 goals against Brazil in the semi-final.
He's got a fantastic bouncing ball, Vasyl OLIINYK. Really hard to defend against, and it's that's helped propel Ukraine through to this gold medal match.
2 close games against Islamic Republic of Iran and Brazil. Brazil, the current Paralympic gold medalists. will have a new name today. It's a sport that requires great physical and mental strength, as players can use any part of their body to block the ball. Communication also really crucial between the players on the court and the coaching staff in the team bench area. The court is separated into 3 sections. Either side of the centre line is the neutral area, and the areas in front of the goals are known as the team area. And when players throw the ball has to bounce twice, once in the team area and once in the neutral area. Our referees from Greece and Lithuania, an experienced pair, they'll help us guide through the game. The players, the coaches, the supporters, and for you at home. Players can use the frame of the goal to position themselves on the court, and the lines are slightly raised, they're tactile, so they can orientate themselves around the team area and across the court. Final preparations for the players. A few more seconds to be one with your thoughts ahead of a huge game here at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. The referees will be checking the eye shades and the patching of all the players. Starting 3. Taguchi, Kaneko, MIYAJIKI.
Looks like MIYAJIKI starting on court, just as he did in the semi-final. He's Japan's biggest offensive threat, and he's been used in different roles, both a super sub, but today starting on court for the gold medal match.
Yuika Kudo, head coach for Japan. Played for Japan at the 2010 Asian Para Games and coached the team to gold at the IPSA World Games, and was also the coach in Tokyo. OLIINYK, STRELCHYK and TOPORKOV for Ukraine.
Expect to see TOPORKOV in the centre of court, where he's been rock solid all tournament. OLIINYK with his threatening bouncing ball.
Fedir DUBROVIN, head coach for Ukraine. He started this team. Gold at the IPSA European Championships, bronze at the World Championships, and now a chance to try and win the gold at the Paralympic Games.
Audience, let's count down together to start off men's gold.
We are nearly ready to go. After 8 days and 21 games in the men's side of the competition, it all comes down to this.
This is the men's gold medal game between Ukraine on my left and Japan on my right. I'd like to remind everyone to keep quiet while the ball is in play and switch off your mobile phones. Thank you. Ukraine starts with the ball. Quiet, please, center. Play.
Ukraine against Japan, the men's gold medal game at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Neither of these sides have claimed a Paralympic medal. That changes today, but who will claim the gold? Star players on either side. Anton STRELCHYK with the throw and a ball over, so it goes back to Ukraine. It crosses over the centre line.
Great early psychological boost for Ukraine, that ball over. Means they get a second bite at the cherry.
Vasyl OLIINYK with that throw for Ukraine. 18 goals so far here in Paris. He scored 5 goals against Japan in the previous meeting here at the Paralympic Games. It was a close match between the two teams, only the 1 goal in it. Will it be more of the same in the gold medal game? Miyajiki. OLIINYK with the throw, testing. Kaneko, the number 7, his gold boots on. Will he have a gold medal around his neck? Anton STRELCHYK played a really key part in the IPSA European Championship final. 3 goals in that final.
You may have noticed Japan deliberately putting the ball out of play there. It's because they have 10 seconds in which to launch their shot. Better to concede possession than give away a penalty one-on-one.
Ukraine, 28 goals scored, 24 goals conceded. They're an all-round, really well-organised unit. Compared to Japan, who've scored 44 goals. And this man has contributed a lot of them. Players can use the frame of the goal to position themselves on the court, as well as the court markings that are slightly raised to navigate their way around the team area, that area right in front of the goal.
We just saw an early taste of that bounce from OLIINYK. Generates such bounce on the ball.
And it's the first goal of this gold medal game. And it is Kazuya Kaneko. His 20th goal here in Paris. And his biggest goal yet.
What an important early goal for Japan. I wonder if Ukraine might be a bit disappointed with the defence. It's all about getting a strong leg on the ball, but the ricochet just took it back into the end of the back of the Ukraine net. It's an important early goal for Japan.
Kaneko, 8 goals in the semi-final against People's Republic of China. An outstanding performance in the semi-final. Ukraine conceded their 25th goal. Defence is a huge part of their game. It was a huge win over Brazil in the semi-finals. The current Paralympic gold medalists, 3-time world champions Brazil.
Example of Japan's fluidity, just as one player throwing a dummy on the other side of court. Trying to give Ukraine the impression the throw was coming in from the other side. Clever play from Japan.
Forcing that bounce, Anton STRELCHYK said that playing for the gold medal is incredible, but it's Japan who have started this game so well. That's 2, and it's Miyajiki this time for Japan.
Miyajiki starts on court. Turns out to have been a good decision. Right in the corner of the goal. So hard to defend when you put it in that sweet spot.
Beautifully placed by Miyajiki. That's 21 goals now. And a timeout called by Ukraine. Teams have 4 timeouts throughout a match, but they can't use all 4 in the second half. Important timeout for Ukraine.
Yeah, they just need to regather their thoughts. They need to work out how they're going to take the game to this Japan side. They really need some more of those menacing throws from OLIINYK. It's been all Japan in these early encounters. Such threat from Kaneko and Miyajiki.
Japan, it's the first time They've been at a Paralympic Games, qualifying through the process of regional tournaments. They were the hosts in Tokyo. Amazing achievement to get to the gold medal game. As for Ukraine, Anton STRELCHYK, it's been a long journey of 16 years for this team. Gold at the European Championships. And competing now for the gold medal at the Paralympic Games. MIYAJIKI. Nice switch up.
Noticeable that MIYAJIKI gets straight back on his feet after he defends the ball. It's a real skill that he has. Takes a lot of physical fitness, but it means he can mount a surprise attack.
Anton STRELCHYK again. He's taking responsibility so far in this gold medal game. Using the frame of the goal to position themselves on the court. Has to bounce twice in goalball, once inside the team area. Those two zones right in front of the goal, and once in the neutral area, the two sections either side of the centre line. MIYAJIKI so disciplined, he's not conceded a personal penalty thus far at the Paralympic Games. He's been averaging a goal every 3.5 minutes. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball. It creates a high-tempo game. TOPORKOV in the center for Ukraine. Sometimes goes under the radar, but really important parts. He's made the block, and Ukraine get there first at the gold medal game, and Anton STRELCHYK finally breaks through.
A lot of bounce on that ball from Anton STRELCHYK, and it's all about finding the gap between the defenders. Good work from STRELCHYK. Despite both players fully extending their legs, trajectory of the ball took it through into the back of the net.
A goal in the European Championship final, has a goal in the gold medal match here at the Paralympic Games. Huge moment for Anton STRELCHYK, big moment for Ukraine. That's it, OLIINYK has taken the mantle. Most goals for Ukraine at Paralympic Games. One Paralympic Games, I should say. Yeah, I've got options off the bench, Ukraine. Rodion ZHYHALIN, 12 goals in Tokyo, 3 goals here in Paris. MIYAJIKI.
Trying different angles there, move towards the centre of the court. Usually he'd play on the wing, so trying to catch Ukraine by surprise.
It's a 9-metre wide goal. You have to really stretch out and try and block every inch you can. Using that frame of the goal to position themselves on the court. KANEKO with the effort there. It's been an intriguing opening quarter of this gold medal game. Good defensive work, working in pairs. Switching it up, Anton STRELCHYK.
Definitely the most even of the medal games we've seen so far. It's really hard to call it at this point.
Two new teams in a gold medal game. Just settling the nerves down.
They're beautiful to watch, Japan, the way all three players move with synchronicity. Got a real fluidity to them that's really appealing to watch. It's good strategy as well, because if you're defending, you don't know where the throw's going to come from.
Mopping the floor, sweat dripping down. 8 days of goalball, one final big push. Gold medal game, especially when you're trying to throw this ball that weighs 1.25 kilograms. And players have reached speeds of up to 38 miles per hour throwing this ball. The upper body strength is insane. And you can use any part of your body to block the ball. Miyajiki with the throw. Good bounce on that one. TOPORKOV makes it look easy. Interesting to note the central player in both sides. They may not be the ones that throw the ball, but they play a huge part in coordinating the defense, and communication really key in goalball.
And we have two very strong centres on court. Played a really crucial role in getting their teams to this point.
Ball over back to Japan, the ball crossing or exiting at the neutral area, those two zones right in the centre of the court. It's been a trademark of his game so far at the Paralympic Games with Vasyl OLIINYK. Digging it into the court. Timeout call by Japan.
And what I'm interested to see is what role MIYAJIKI will play. He's yet to play a full match on court, so Japan will likely need to take him off just because of the physical way he plays. He often needs a bit of a rest, and Ukraine might see that as something of a power play opportunity to get some goals on the score sheet. So interesting to see whether he'll be on court for the remainder of this first half and the second half too.
Players will move around the team area. They won't necessarily just stick in their starting position. Also make a little bit of a noise before the ball is thrown. Teams will sometimes get very creative with the way they make noises before the ball is released. Anton STRELCHYK this time for Ukraine. Good movement from KANEKO. Both of these teams work in great harmony. They all know their games really well. Father and son coaching combination for Ukraine. Fedir and Anton DUBROVIN. All over back to Japan. Goes back to Japan, who threw the ball. Crowd eager to applaud that defensive work, but they have to remain silent whilst the ball is in play. The referee will remind the crowd throughout the game. All the players wearing blackout eye shades. Creates a level playing field across the competition. It's another ball over for Japan. They're building up some momentum.
Ball overs often a really good gauge of which way the pendulum's swinging in terms of momentum. Successive ball overs in Japan's favour.
Interesting that Anton STRELCHYK is getting through a lot more defensive work compared to Vasyl OLIINYK on the right of the Ukraine three. Japan are trying to avoid him. And it's a long ball. against Japan and against Miyajiki. He'd not conceded a personal penalty at the Paralympic Games. What a moment to concede your first one in the gold medal game, and he'll have to face this throw all by himself. The ball did not land in the neutral area. It has to bounce twice, once in the team area, once in the neutral area, those zones either side of the centre line. And it's a chance for Ukraine to equalise. Pinpoint accuracy from Vasyl OLIINYK. It's 2-2.
Miyajiki took a gamble. He positioned himself on one side of the court. Perhaps he'd had some intel about how OLIINYK likes to throw. But guessed the wrong way. And pretty straightforward for OLIINYK. Good accuracy from him, though. Right in the corner of the goal.
That's his first goal in this gold medal game. His 19th in total. Matches the amount of goals he got at the World Championships in 2022. All four wing players are on the score sheet. Goals coming from all different angles. KANEKO whizzes that one across the court. STRELCHYK had to be reacting quickly to that one. Giving it absolutely everything. Anton STRELCHYK, just a bit of sweat on the court. Always how hard you can throw the ball. Sometimes taking a bit of pace off the ball can bamboozle your opponents. It's a ball over back to Japan. Ball crossing the centre line after that defensive block from Ukraine. It goes back to the team who threw the ball. Using the frame of the goal to position himself on the court. Anton STRELCHYK. And we're going to have our first substitution of the game. And it is Koji Miyajiki.
One of the big mysteries of this match was going to be what role would Miyajiki play. So often in the group stage he was used as a substitute to great effect. But he's never yet played a full match. He plays in a very physical way, and it means he's now off court, and this is a great opportunity for Ukraine. Japan's strongest offensive player is off court.
Yuto SANO comes on for Japan, meeting in his second Paralympics. 13 goals in Tokyo. Quick thinking from KANEKO. Interesting that they've switched sides of the court. So SANO on the right, but he's changing things up, switching things around, getting creative. Don't have to just stick in your position.
They're a very fluid side, Japan. One of their main characteristics, as opposed to Ukraine, a bit more traditional in terms of positions on court.
Players won't just lie flat on the court when defending. They'll just slightly arc their bodies or jump up a bit if they need to. Try and push that ball wide or create a ramp to get it over the top of the crossbar. You've got to have really good core strength. Another ball over for Japan.
I wonder if these ball overs will start to cost Ukraine. They keep conceding possession and giving Japan another chance.
It's 5 in total now for Ukraine. They're such a good defensive team, Ukraine. Well organised. Two halves of 12 minutes in goalball as we approach the final minute of the first half. Although the clock does stop every time the ball goes out, or as a timeout or a substitute. Empty to ponder for Fedir Dubrovin, the head coach for Ukraine. Final 30 seconds. A goal now would be huge in the context of this game. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball. Does well this time, Topokov, to stop the ball over. Brilliant first half of this gold medal game here at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. And we are no closer to deciding our gold medal winner. 4 different scorers. It's 2-2.
Et du côté du Japon, même chose, 2 buteurs différents, KANEKO Kazuya et MIYAJIKI Koji.
We have very tight gold medal game.
Tight and tense. Gold medal game with flashes of brilliance. Ukraine 2, Japan 2.
Two sides that play this game very differently. They're equally matched in terms of goals. It looked like Japan were running away with it early on, but credit to Ukraine, they fought hard and now they're back in it. And with MIYAJIKI off court, who knows what Ukraine can do in the second half.
Allez, les meilleurs moments de cette première période sur les écrans géants.
Now it's time to take a look. First half's highlights.
Quiet, please, center.
Japan got off to a great start. Kazuya Kaneko with the first goal of the game. His 20th goal here in Paris. Anton STRELCHYK, experienced player for Ukraine. MIYAJIKI, though, made it 2. Beautifully tucked away. This was Anton STRELCHYK moment in the gold medal game. Part of the team for 16 years. What a journey he's been on with this team. Vasyl OLIINYK. 19 goals now here in Paris. Big moment for Ukraine. That made it 2-2. All over the important stat right at the bottom. Japan were building up momentum.
Every one of those ball overs is conceding possession. And certainly something Ukraine will want to monitor in this second half.
Second half of the game between Japan on my left and Ukraine on my right. Halftime score, Ukraine 2, Japan 2. Halftime substitutions for Japan. Out number 4, in number 5.
Japan halftime substitution, player out number 4, TAGUCHI Yuji, and player in number 5, Hagiwara Naoki.
Un changement pour le Japon à la pause. Sortie de Taguchi Yuji, entrée d'Hagiwara Naoki.
And for Ukraine, out number 2 in number 5.
Half-time substitution, Ukraine, player out number 2, Anton STRELCHYK, and player in number 5, Rodion ZHYHALIN.
Également changement pour l'Ukraine, sortie d'Anton STRELCHYK, entrée de Rodion ZHYHALIN.
Japan starts with the ball. White, please, center. Play.
Second half of this men's gold medal game at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Ukraine against Japan. Substitutions at half-time. Ukraine, Anton STRELCHYK is off. And Rodion ZHYHALIN, a 39-year-old, beating in his second Paralympic Games, is on. Yuji Taguchi is off for Japan. Naoki Hagiwara is on, competing at his very first Paralympic Games. Bouncing effort from OLIINYK. Quick return. Toporkov right in behind it.
ZHYHALIN now in court. He's not had the tournament so far he might have liked. Just scored 3 goals in Paris. Much less than his 12 in Tokyo. Big moment for him to show what he can do.
All of the players for Ukraine play for the same club side, Invasport, and are coached by Fedir and Anton DUBROVIN, the head coaches for Ukraine. As that cannon's off the post. Japan on the closest in this second half. It's KANEKO. Using the frame of the goal to position himself on the court. So SANO. Toporkov just losing the grip of the ball. Teams have 10 seconds to return it. They have to be quick about this one. And actually creates a good effort.
Good work there. The clock was ticking and didn't have much time to get the throw away, but strong attacking work.
Two teams have changed ends of the court in this second half. Which creates different opportunities if you're right-handed or left-handed. Rodion ZHYHALIN. Good work in the end by Vasyl OLIINYK.
That was good recovery work. The ball was up in the air. Really hard to locate the whereabouts of the ball when it's airborne. And scrambled well, OLIINYK. Kept it out at the second time of asking.
Solid so far by Hagiwara in the centre for Japan. Be a daunting task to come onto the court at half-time of a gold medal match at the Paralympic Games. Substitution for Japan. KANEKO is going to come off. And MIYAJIKI is going to come back on.
We thought it would be something of a power play with MIYAJIKI off court. Japan have held pretty steadfast. Well, MIYAJIKI's been on the sidelines and now he's back on, and he's going to pose a big attacking threat, although KANEKO capable of scoring lots of goals as well, and he's now off court.
Court getting a good mop to wipe away any sweat or water. Court has to be clean for the safety of the players. MIYAJIKI back onto the court. Uses that full rotation throw, which is often used by players to try and build up speed and power. It's a limited space, that team area. Going to try and get creative. Nice effort from Miyajiki. Wasting no time of throwing the ball in the game. Nice spinning effort. Players can use a variety of different techniques. They can spin and bounce the ball as long as it bounces twice, once in that team area, once in that neutral area. Getting creative.
SANO trying from a different side of court, trying to add a bit of variation.
Clock stops every time the ball is blocked out. 2 halves of 12 minutes in goalball. You have to wait for the referee's signal of play. Good work. That gap was there, though. Miyajiki clinging on. Some members of the crowd thought that was heading towards the goal, as that one does, from Yuto SANO.
Brilliant throw from Yuto SANO. All about finding the gap, and that Ukrainian gap between ZHYHALIN and TOPORKOV. Just too big and not able to collectively close their legs in time.
His 5th goal at these Paralympic Games, and his biggest one yet here in Paris.
Et le but pour le Japon signé SANO Yuto, temps restant 8 minutes 11.
How do Ukraine respond? With a good bouncing effort. HAGIWARA clearing that one away in the centre.
The energy seems to be with Japan, though. Really pumped up.
ZHYHALIN with the effort. That one's cleared away once again by HAGIWARA. Centre players go through a lot of work. TOPORKOV goes under the radar. Sweeps up the play so well. Japan, gold medal at the IPSA World Games in Birmingham last year, beating at their 2nd Paralympic Games.
Japan deploying the dummy method once again, trying to create a distraction.
Need something special from OLIINYK. 19 goals so far. A timeout called by Ukraine. Important moments in the game as we are heading towards the final quarter of this gold medal game here at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. And 45 seconds for the coaches to get their message across.
Japan really do have a lot in the way of attacking options. They've got KANEKO, Miyajiki, SANO, all capable of scoring goals. And if it is Japan that progresses, it might be that depth and ability to call on substitutes who can score goals that makes the difference.
Japan started the Paralympic Games with 2 defeats. And are now playing in the gold medal game. Ukraine, at the European Championships, lost their first game to Montenegro and went on to win the European title. There is still hope here for the team in yellow. pick up from OLIINYK and a decent effort dealt with by Yuto SANO. You have to be a bit of an all-rounder in goalball. Not always about throwing the ball. How well you can defend.
Ukraine players counting their teammates down. 10 seconds to throw the ball and giving a bit of assistance to one another.
"39 years of age, Rodion ZHYHALIN, an experienced player. Competed in a number of European Championships. 20 goals in Montenegro at the European Championships, 24 goals at the World Championships in Portugal in 2022. They need a goal from him now. Move into the final quarter of the game. ZHYHALIN off for Ukraine. Anton STRELCHYK comes back on.
And ZHYHALIN was brought on to try and make an impact, but not able to contribute too much, as opposed to Japan, who brought on SANO and made a very immediate impact.
Anton STRELCHYK scored Ukraine's first goal of the match. Great atmosphere inside the South Paris arena. When they get their moment, the crowd, they really make their voices heard. But they have to be silent when the ball is back in play. Five minutes to go in this gold medal game. Every block, every throw, crucial. All over back to Ukraine. Japan built up some pressure in the first half with multiple ball overs. And Ukraine do something similar in the second half. Ball crossing the centre line after the defensive block. And a timeout called by Japan. I think a necessary timeout for Japan.
It's an incredibly tense game. Japan's tactics have proved effective, bringing on SANO and resting MIYAJIKI at just the right time. Ukraine's substitutions not quite had the same effect. ZHYHALIN not able to score since he came onto court. It'll be interesting to see how these final few minutes play out.
Dummy run. HAGIWARA Naoki with the throw. Just the one goal in this second half. We had 4 in the first. Moving across to the far side of the court, players can use the entirety of the team area, and they don't have to stick to their positions. Japan very fluid.
MIYAJIKI trying from centre of court. Usually he's out on the wing, so he's trying to launch throws from unexpected angles. Element of surprise.
And goes wide. Ukraine, a disciplined side, good unit. Haven't conceded a penalty as of yet in this game. Fine margins. Nice movement from Anton STRELCHYK to get back to the goal after that initial block. Players won't just remain static, they'll push back towards the goal. Ready for that second bounce of the ball. And potentially preparing another substitution. Three and a half minutes remain. That's plenty of time in Goalball. Clock stops every time the ball goes out, and that is a tremendous save. It took two of them. OLIINYK got the final touch.
It doesn't matter how you keep it out, as long as you keep it out. A bit of a double save from Ukraine. Good agility on the far post.
To make all the difference. Substitution for Japan. Kaneko back onto the court. MIYAJIKI comes off. It's almost that you have a couple of minutes, then I'll have a couple of minutes. Working in tandem.
Yeah, using their substitutes very effectively. It's quite rare to see Kaneko and MIYAJIKI on court at the same time. They're both high energy players, so they need to be periodically rested. Kaneko, an experienced player. He was a pivotal part of the squad in 2020. And Japan want all the experience they can on court just to close out this gold medal match.
Fitness levels of all the players is incredible. 8 days of competition. 3 minutes that will feel like 3 hours. Take two for Japan. OLIINYK now with the effort. Good bounce on that one.
That's the bounce from OLIINYK that can be so threatening. No surprise to see him deploying that right when they need a goal most.
A timeout call by Ukraine. Teams have 4 timeouts during a match. They can only use 3 of those in the second half. 45 seconds to deliver an important message at a crucial stage of the game. TOPORKOV just sat alone with his thoughts, just gathering a bit of energy for this final push.
Don't be surprised if you start to see Japan taking a bit more time with their throws. They're allowed up to 10 seconds. So you might see a bit of game management as they eat up as many seconds as they possibly can. It's a very narrow lead. This game really could swing either way.
Using the frame of the goal to position himself on the court, so OLIINYK have to time that jump. SANO. Communication really important in Goalball. Trust as well. Trying to test SANO. going to get through TOPORKOV that easily. Good bouncing effort, and into the back of the net. It's 3-3. And the pressure is finally told. And Anton STRELCHYK gets his second of the game.
Brilliant throw from STRELCHYK. And as soon as that ball is parried up in the air, it's so difficult for these players to locate it. So although KANEKO made a valiant effort, unable to locate the ball, and the ball ended up in the back of the net.
Under 2 minutes remaining. Will we need overtime? Which way will this game turn next? 2 teams competing in the gold medal match for the very first time. It's been a really competitive match. Both teams want this so much. A timeout call by Japan.
And with just over a few throws left for each side, they'll be planning meticulously their final moves. And with the possibility of overtime looming, they'll be thinking about which players they want on court, who they need to be resting for what could be an extra 2 halves of 3 minutes.
6 games for the teams. And we may require overtime. On the edge of the seats, the spectators here in the South Paris Arena, they've been treated to a brilliant game that's had it all. Great goals, brilliant defensive saves, a little bit of drama. Some stars are out on the court and they're giving it everything. Important save from HAGIWARA. Yuto SANO comes off, and Japan are deciding to try and win this in regulation time.
He's made a great impact, Yuto SANO, scoring a goal, but Japan do not want this to go to overtime, so bringing on MIYAJIKI, a man who's certainly capable of providing a quick goal. And they'll want to close this game out and score and then defend resolutely to secure the gold medal.
Just over 90 seconds to go. Will we have a winning moment in regulation time? Great effort, just goes by. He's really probing Anton STRELCHYK. Only player to score more than 1 goal in this gold medal match. Can he find a third? Still getting past KANEKO. And a quick reply into the final minutes of this second half. MIYAJIKI. Cleared away by Anton STRELCHYK, but it's a ball over. It crosses over the centre line after that defensive block, so it goes back to Japan.
It's a really important moment. A ball over at a very, very important time.
Dealt with by Ukraine. Every block celebrated like a goal at the moment. The testing effort. And a timeout called by Japan. 28.2 seconds remain. Will we need overtime? Or will one team settle this in regulation time.
Just 28 seconds left. The players won't know that, of course. They're wearing eye shades, so not able to see the stadium clock. And so the coach will be letting them know just how long remains. And they will plan out these final throws.
Time is really important now. 28.2 seconds remain. These are the moments you train so hard for. MIYAJIKI. That one is wide, wasted opportunity for Japan. Not even testing Ukraine. OLIINYK, he produced one of those magic bouncing deliveries. That one just fizzed across the court. KANEKO. TOPORKOV with a strong block, and it's a timeout. 10 seconds to reply. And Ukraine, if they're clever about this, will try and avoid Japan responding.
So the aim of the game now, 7.3 seconds left on the match clock. Ukraine will try and hold on to the ball for as much time as they can, get the throw away. And hopefully from a Ukraine perspective, give Japan no time to respond. So if the ball ends up in the back of the net, there's very little Japan can do about it.
This is it. Ukraine with one final throw in regulation time to try and win it. Responsibility with OLIINYK. It's a great bouncing effort, but it's a good save. And we move to overtime in the gold medal game. The two teams can't be separated. 3-3 in regulation time.
We have 3 minutes intermission, and after that,
two coaches
half of overtime with length of 3 minutes.
go through the coin toss procedure to decide who will throw first. Overtime is 2 halves of 3 minutes. And the first team to score is the winner. It's golden goal. It's as simple as that.
It really is the most tense period of time for these players. Just one mistake, one moment of brilliance can be the difference between a gold and silver medal. Golden goal, so it could all come down to one moment. These players will need to keep their discipline, keep their pressure. And it's tense. I'm tense just watching. I can't imagine what it's like on court.
Absolutely. All those hours of training, hard work. History will be made. Dreams will be realized for these players as we move into overtime. Referees go through the same procedure of checking the eye shades and the patching of all the players. Thought it might be close in this gold medal game. And we can't separate the two teams. 2 halves of 3 minutes. And it's golden goal. You score, you win. It's as simple as that. OLIINYK, STRELCHYK and TOPORKOV for Ukraine. Anton STRELCHYK with 2 goals so far in the match. SANO, HAGIWARA, MIYAJIKI on the court for Japan. So SANO back out on the court.
First half of the overtime between Japan on my left and Ukraine on my right. Regular time score, Japan 3, Ukraine 3. Substitutions for Japan, out number 7, in number 1.
Et changement pour le Japon, sortie de KANEKO Kazuya, entrée de SANO Yuto.
Ukraine starts with the ball. White, please, center.
Overtime between Ukraine and Japan in the men's gold medal game. 2 halves of 3 minutes. It's golden goal. You score, you win. That one nearly squeezing through. There are no second chances. Small mistake could make all the difference. Ball has to bounce twice. Once in the team area, those 2 zones in front of the goal, and the neutral area, the 2 sections either side of the centre line.
I wonder if Japan's policy of rotating players during the match will serve them well in overtime. Their players are much more rested. Ukraine players have had a lot more time on court.
Good teamwork by the 2 players, TOPORKOV and OLIINYK. OLIINYK now with the response. Timeout for an equipment check. Checking the eye shades and the patching of TOPORKOV. Players can't touch their eye shades whilst the ball is in play. They have to wait for permission from the referee. All the players wearing blackout eye shades. Dummy run. Now the throw comes in. On STRELCHYK. Some bouncing effort dealt with by MIYAJIKI. Tiptoeing his way back across the court. Players can throw from any position. It's blocked, but it ends up into the back of the net. And Japan, it's gold. Their first ever Paralympic medal. And it's the big one. What a team, what a moment to win it in overtime. Ukraine will take the silver medal. Yuto SANO. A moment he will remember for the rest of his life. The man that secured Japan's first ever Paralympic medal. And it's gold for Japan.
Well, overtime, all about those moments of genius. A brilliant bouncing throw from SANO. And the deflection takes it into the back of the net, and what a big achievement for Japan. It's the first time they've taken to court in a Paralympic Games, having qualified for that Paralympics here in Paris after they hosted in Tokyo, and it shows how far Japanese goalball has come. And to turn up on your first Paralympics after qualifying and to win the gold medal. So audacious, and a brilliant performance from Japan today and throughout the competition.
Brilliant Paralympic Games for Ukraine. A fantastic story. They started the team 16 years ago with the head coach Fedir Dubrovin. A lot of these players have been on that long journey. Gold at the European Championships. They now have that silver medal from the Paralympic Games to go alongside it.
Please join us in celebrating the important contributions of our athletes for their honorable displays of athleticism, sportsmanship and many memorable moments. Thank you and congratulations, Ukraine.
Moments to treasure for Japan and Ukraine. Both teams securing their first ever Paralympic medals. And the crowd has had to be silent throughout the game, now gets their opportunity to applaud these brilliant players, these fantastic athletes. It's been a brilliant Paralympic Games. Brilliant goals, fantastic saves, high drama. And it concludes with Japan winning the gold medal. And what a way to sign off.
Brilliant, and I wonder if the difference in the end is just the depth of the Japanese squads. They were able to bring on impactful substitutes, amongst them Yuto Sano, who secured the gold medal in overtime. And they're a side with so much promise, and they're able to call upon so many attacking threats, and that, I think, ultimately is why they're claiming the gold medal.
Soaking in the moment. Story of this gold medal game in the statistics. Lots of ball overs in this gold medal game. Both teams creating pressure, but that important stat right at the top. Just the one goal in it. Japan securing the gold medal in overtime. And the final rankings. Stories all the way across. The men's side of the competition, Japan gold, Ukraine silver. Brazil with the bronze. France in their first ever Paralympic Games as hosts, finishing 7th. Lots of memories made.
Mesdames et messieurs, merci de rester à vos places pour la cérémonie des médailles de la compétition féminine qui va démarrer dans quelques instants et qui sera suivie de la cérémonie des médailles de la compétition messieurs.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seats. The victory ceremony for women's goalball is coming up shortly, followed by the victory ceremony for men's goalball. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seats. The victory ceremony for women's goalball is coming up shortly, followed by the victory ceremony for men's goalball. Thank you.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs de la compétition féminine de goalball.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for women's goalball.
It's been 8 days of hard-fought competition, but we now have our medalists in the women's goalball. And we've got some familiar faces on the podium and some newcomers as well. After this brilliant showcase of visually impaired sport.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
It's been one of the most competitive women's competitions for some time. All manner of twists and turns. But now, after today's medal matches, we know who will be taking their place on this podium and getting those medals round their necks.
The medals will be presented by
Président du Comité International Paralympique.
President of the International Paralympic Committee.
Alexander, membre du conseil d'administration du Comité International Paralympique.
Governing board member of the International Paralympic Committee. Governing Board, member of the International Paralympic Committee.
Accompagné par
Accompanied by
Ilya Randov, président de l'IBSA.
IBSA President.
Barbara Saluline, présidente du comité sportif de goalball IBSA.
IBSA Goalball Chairperson.
Mats Rix Bolund, membre du comité exécutif de l'IBSA.
IBSA Executive Board Member.
Médaillé de bronze représentant la République populaire de Chine.
Bronze medalists representing People's Republic of China.
It's People's Republic of China with the bronze after their emphatic win over Brazil in the bronze medal match. And it's the 4th time they've appeared on the podium in 5 consecutive Paralympics. A fantastic achievement for them. And amongst those medalists, Wang Chunyan, just 22 years of age. She was top scorer for China and a real talent for the future. See the athletes touching their medals. These medals have a Braille inscription. Very fitting for this showcase of visually impaired sports. France, the home of Louis Braille, the pioneer for the visually impaired. Very appropriate at goalball, one of the most inclusive sports in this Paralympic programme. Athletes receiving the Paralympic mascots. Been a regular fixture at the South Paris Arena. Loved by old and young alike. And a brilliant achievement for the People's Republic of China.
Silver medalists representing Israel.
And an important moment in the history of Israeli parasports. The first ever goalball medal for Israel. And it's a silver medal at that. Leahy Ben David, who's been instrumental to Israel's success, to getting them that place on the podium. And a brilliant moment for her, her first ever Paralympic medal. For a real icon of women's goalball. They stunned so many people when they defeated People's Republic of China in the semi-finals to guarantee themselves that important medal. But Turkey are just too strong in the gold medal match today. But a very worthy accomplishment. And a silver medal they can take home, in which they can take great pride.
Championne paralympique représentant la Turquie.
Gold medalists and Paralympic champions.
Turkey are the history makers, the first team to win 3 gold medals in women's goalball. And not only that, they've won them in consecutive Paralympic Games. And receiving her medal, Sevda Altunaluk, the tournament top scorer with 21 goals. And the real star of this Turkey side. They came into this tournament the side to beat. Nobody could beat them. For the 3rd time in the row, they take gold. And they are now surely the dominant force in women's goalball. The first 3 players to receive accompanying prizes, the mascots. The Turkey starting 3, Gulgula Yilmaz Altunaluk, and they were instrumental to Turkey's success. And as Turkey take the plaudits of the crowd, the South Paris Arena about to hear the anthem of Turkey.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Turkey.
And the flag of Turkey flies high in the South Paris Arena, just as it did in Rio and Tokyo. And there we have our medalists, Turkey, Israel, and the People's Republic of China. Worthy winners after one of the most competitive and exciting women's events that we have seen. Another look at those medals. Contain pieces of the Eiffel Tower. And they have Braille inscription. Could not be more fitting after we've seen such exceptional visually impaired athletes on court over the past few days. And as the athletes leave the arena, that formally concludes the women's competition. And it's been an event full of twists and turns. And we really hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have.
Le comité d'organisation de Paris 2024 tient à remercier tous les volontaires pour le temps et le dévouement qu'ils consacrent à la réussite de ces Jeux paralympiques. C'est parfait, applaudissez-les bien fort, ils le méritent.
The Paris 2024 Organizing Committee would like to thank all volunteers for their time and dedication toward making the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games a success. Thank you.
Mesdames et messieurs, merci de rester à votre place pour la cérémonie des médailles de la compétition masculine qui va commencer dans quelques minutes.
Shortly starting victory ceremony for men's goalball.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs de la compétition masculine de goalball.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for men's goalball.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
22 games across 8 days, and we have our medalists in the men's side of the competition. Brilliant tournament, lots of thrills and spills, fantastic goals, superb saves, lots of drama. It certainly delivered.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Andrew Parsons, président du comité international paralympique.
President of the International Paralympic Committee,
Mohamed Alameli, membre du conseil d'administration du comité international paralympique.
Governing Board Member of the International Paralympic Committee,
Deborah Alexander, membre du conseil d'administration du comité international paralympique.
Governing Board Member of the International Paralympic Committee,
Accompagné par
accompanied by
Rufat Hachimi, directeur exécutif de l'IBSA.
IBSA Executive Director,
Bernadine Sexas, membre du conseil d'administration de l'IBSA.
IBSA Board Member,
Max Nix Bolund, membre du comité exécutif de l'IBSA.
IBSA Executive Board Member,
Médaillé de bronze représentant le Brésil.
Bronze medalists representing Brazil.
They came for gold, but they'll settle for the bronze medal. A brilliant team. Moreno, a superstar for Brazil, delivered once again here in Paris. Another experienced player for Brazil. Souza, another medal. Solid in the centre for Brazil, delivered goals. And one of the breakout stars for this Brazil team, André Dantas. They're alongside their bronze medals. You see the mascots.
Thank you.
Brazil's fourth Paralympic medal.
Médaillé d'argent représentant l'Ukraine.
And it's bronze for Brazil.
Representing Ukraine.
A great achievement for Ukraine. They're a tight group, the Ukraine squad. And securing their first ever Paralympic medal. Anton STRELCHYK. Great performance in the final.
Fedir SYDORENKO. Yevheniy ZHYHALINKO. Rodion ZHYHALIN. Oleksandr TOPORKOV.
Brilliant in the centre, Oleksandr TOPORKOV. European champions are now Paralympic silver medalists. A great performance from Ukraine.
Médaillé d'or et champion paralympique représentant le Japon.
The new Paralympic gold medalists. Jumping for joy, Japan. Man who scored the winning goal.
Congratulations.
To SANO.
TAGUCHI Yuji.
We will win the gold medal. And he's done just that. Yuji Taguchi. man with the golden boots has a gold medal around his neck.
MIYAJIKI Koji.
Miyajiki, brilliant performance. The new Paralympic gold medalists. Each medal incorporates a piece of original iron from the Eiffel Tower. Makes them really unique. And they also have universal braille, in keeping with the nature of the sport. In honour of Louis Braille, the French innovator of the braille system.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne du Japon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Japan.
New flags fly high around the South Paris arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Japan, Paralympic gold medalists. Ukraine securing their first ever Paralympic medal. It's silver. Brazil with their fourth Paralympic medal. Another bronze to go alongside the one they secured in Rio. Moments to treasure for the players. Memories to last a lifetime. Wide smiles for all the players. Moments to treasure. It's been a brilliant 8 days with lots of highlights, plenty of goals, superb saves, great joy